We are talking about practice, not a game. Practice. That's what we talking about today, Cowboy Nation. Got good news, got some bad news, but it's all news, right? All right, so with that being said, we've seen or heard, because this is going to be like the olden days, right? Back in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s when there was not like a lot of TVs and you had to turn on the radio to listen to the play-by-play, that type of stuff, right? Or the 1912s, basically. So, news out there, CeeDee caught a one-hand catch with the left hand, brought it into his chest, was able to reach out and touch and grab the ball and pull it in, basically. Great. It's good to hear about the young phenom. They are already comparing him as it relates to wild catches to Odell Beckham Jr., which is cool. I like it. I love hearing those type of news and that type of stuff. It really does something to me, right? And on top of that, for everybody who had this as their dark horse, man, they can really just be proud of themselves, right? I'm talking about Donovan Wilson. Oh, he caught an interception. Now, the bad news, I know I got to give you guys the bad news. It was Dak Prescott that threw the ball, right? So I know that people are going to go back and forth, but this is practice. Practice. I know a lot of people don't want to hear your $31 million quarterback throwing INTs. I know people would like to hear, man, was that Andy Dalton or was that Ben DiNucci? Not Dak Prescott. No, not him. But objectively speaking, that is what we like to hear, defense making plays. Now, on the starting safety lineup or what have you, they had Donovan Wilson as the free safety, the starting guy. And they had Darian Thompson as the strong safety, the starting safety in that role. Now, of course, nothing is finalized right now. They are just trying to iron out some things and put some things out there. First team is just first team for practice. This is just day one. So a lot of things can change from here until tomorrow, right? Or here until next week. I know padded practice, I think, is on Wednesday of next week. But shout out to 105.3 The Fan. Shout out to all of those boys over there for providing the information. And Jane Slater, she giving us the update information as well. Shout out to her. And I got to say, Brian Broadus is one of the best out there, giving us all of the good stuff. Now, Everson Griffin, he's not able to practice right now because he got to go through clearance and all of these other things. I think Monday or Tuesday, he will be available. So, by this defense already making noise and news, I love highlights. We love to hear all of these things. Hey, I want to know this too from Cowboy Nation. Who will be your camp hero, right? Because every year we got one. You know, last year was Reggie. Reggie was catching everything. Number 11, I forgot his last name, but Reggie was catching everything. I was sitting there like, man, me and Shango was like, Reggie. But then when the blue and white scrimmage game came and when they started doing the one-on-one things, when those pads came out, it was a different story. Reggie thought twice about coming across that middle, but he was catching everything, taking the top off the defense. He wore number 11, I believe. So this year, I don't know who's going to be the Reggie 2.0 this year, right? We don't know. I just hope and I pray that it's not your boy, CeeDee. I can tell you guys this, it won't be him, meaning that showcase all of those things as it relates to practice or what have you. And then when the lights turn on, he disappear. I can't believe it'll be him. But I want to know who you guys feel and who you guys believe it will be. Now, Donovan Wilson, I can tell you, that pace that he's on right now, ooh, he's picking up what he left off last off-season training camp or what have you. And I love it. I know that it's still implementation phase, what have you. They still trying to draw out some things. They're trying to figure out, hey, what will be best and how we going to work out with the new coaching staff. Some people, believe it or not, got butterflies. This is their first day in practice. They want to make sure that they show up and show out. And we may see some nuances as it relates to errors and things like that, because that's how opening day is, basically. Now, granted, you don't have all of the media attention there, but you still have your contemporaries. You still have the coaching that, remember this, if you guys don't hear anything else from me, first impression always lasts the longest, right? So everybody else, they got to really work themselves up. Other news with Tyrone Crawford, he's been elevated off the PUP, so he's available. They got him listed as a defensive tackle, meaning that he may be playing in the inside, not listed as a right defensive end. But I can say this, the guy do got positional flex. He just got those bad hips right now. And everybody know, you seen those Life Alert commercials? You know, the commercial with the old lady said, help, I'm falling and I can't get up. And she got to press that button. I don't know whether or not we're going to have those type of implementations for my dog, but hopefully Crawford can stay healthy because he is the vocal leader on and off the field. I do know he had a little snafu down there in Florida land, which is okay. He was really trying to protect his brother, and things got in the crosshairs, and he showed everybody that he know how to really clear a crowd, right? You know how to move some people out of the way. I ain't talking about just furniture. So, like I said, Crawford, although we could have saved $8 million or whatever it may have been, he is the vocal leader on and off this team. And on top of that, the players actually listen to him. And I think establishing that trust, when you speak to him in person, he got a very good, cool demeanor about himself. So I think that translate or go well with the coaching staff. So I don't know whether or not McCoy is going to have that same type of energy, but I believe from what I've heard, McCoy brings that same type of element to the team, a leader of man. And everybody know I love defense. So by me hearing that the defense got a turnover day one, and on top of that, they opened up the camp with these type of drills or clawing out of the ball, out of the opposition hand or out of the player's hands. I love it. They already stressing the point, get turnovers, force these takeaways. Let's give the ball back to the offense because we don't want the ball. I love it. I know you guys feeling the same type of energy because that's what I'm feeling. This team is different, a new vibe, a new feel. Now, here are the things that I would like for this team to work on from an offensive standpoint. Let's not be vanilla because we already know that was the old mantra. Let the quarterbacks continue to not be so worried about passing interception. If you're trying to fit a ball in a certain area of the field, try it now. If you're trying to understand what this defense is doing and you want to see how this particular player will run against this particular route, try it now. This is the time to make your mistakes. But also you got to understand too that everything is being showcased from the coaching point of view of, hey, don't mess up too many times. But you got to win some of those. Like fighting, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, right? But we would like for none of these guys to play with coy intentions. None of these guys to hold back. Try everything you need to, because especially by this being a new offense as it relates to language, pick it up. Because in this world, I got to give you guys this, is zero excuses. This world will chew you up and spit you out. Don't care about that. There's no excuses. Those other teams, those other 31 teams right now, they trying to defeat you. They're not going to throw you a pity party. So try everything you need to try now. Get it off. It's new. It's new to everybody, right? So with that being said, everybody got to understand that this team is different. We're trying new things, new flavor. Shout out to 105.3 The Fan again. And shout out to all of those boys who's out there who's able to capture this stuff and share it on Twitter. My dog, everybody that's out there, Mike Fisher, Kavanaugh, all of those boys. Really appreciate them. And also shout out to all of the people that subscribe to this page and support me and been hitting me up with all of the good context, that good stuff. Really appreciate it. So post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. Let me know how you guys feel of CDTD. I wish I could have had some footage for you guys if the world was right? I would have been in Oxnard right now getting all of this good stuff to you guys. But unfortunately, we're limited due to the crazy stuff that's going on with the viruses. But we will have football this year. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to be out there feeling this good stuff. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Post me your thoughts now. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. CeeDee left-handed catch, pulling it out of the sky. Woo-wee! I can't wait, baby. I can't even get off this stream right now talking to you guys about football. And Donovan Wilson picking up where he left off. Now we just need to have this brother starting, right? Somebody's job is in trouble. Trouble, 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 trouble.